So hi children. So today we are going to discuss about the first unit. So in our science, that is living things. So in this unit we are going to discuss about green plants. So today our lesson is about green plants. So in this lesson we will discuss about what are the different types of plants. What are the different types of plants grown in different regions, and what are their characteristics and how they are growing. So these are some important topics we are going to discuss in this lesson. So green plants. So children, we will observe plants everywhere in our surroundings. That is, you will observe the plants in your house, in your school, in your garden and parks and also forest also. Particularly in our regions, the plants we observed are, so frequently observed plants in our region, that means in our area, are mango tree, guava tree and papaya, orange tree, so neem tree, so and some flower trees, etc. So we are observing very frequently these type of trees in our regions, that is in our areas. And throughout the world there are different types of regions and different types of places. So some plants grown in some area and some plants grown in another area. For example, we can observe that some plants will grow in hill areas, that is in mountain areas. So mountain areas, and some plants grown in water, and some plants grown in ice cold regions, and some plants will grow in plain areas, that means in plains. So we will observe that different types of plants will grow in different types of regions throughout the world. And we will observe some plants especially grown in mountains, and some plants especially grown in water, and some plants especially grown in ice cold regions, and some plants especially grown in plain areas. That means the plants which are grown in one area cannot grow in another area. That means the plants which are growing in mountain areas cannot be grown in water areas, and the plants which are living in water area, they cannot be grown in ice cold regions, and the plants which are grown in ice cold regions, they cannot be grown in plain regions. So the plants which are growing in one region cannot be grown into another region, because throughout the world we have different types of regions, and in each region the climatic conditions are different, and different climatic conditions and different environmental conditions are present in different regions. Because in mountain areas the climatic conditions are different, the temperature is different, and also in ice cold regions the temperature is different, the atmosphere also different. So in this way each region has different types of climatic conditions and different types of atmospheres and different types of environments. So the plants growing in a particular region will develop some special features to survive in that particular region. So that special features that are grown by the plants are called adaptations. So adaptations. So the plants which are growing in a particular region will develop some special features to survive in that climatic conditions and to survive in that environmental conditions. So that special features developed by the plants in that particular region are called adaptations. And the place where the plants particularly grown in that region are called habitats or habitation. Habitations. So habitation is a place where a particular type of plants grow. So habitation is a place where a particular type of plants will grow. So in this way, in each habitation, the plants growing in each habitation will have some special adaptations to survive in the climatic conditions and in the environmental conditions in that habitation. The plants growing in one habitation cannot be grown in another habitation. For example, the plants grown in mountain habitation cannot be grown in water habitations. And the plants which are growing in plains cannot be grown in ice-cold region habitations. So because the regions have different, and the different regions have different climatic conditions, and the trees or plants which are growing in a particular habitation will have some special adaptations. So that means the mango tree cannot be grown in ice-cold regions. And the apple trees cannot be grown in our regions, that's why. So this is the reason some plants cannot be grown in particular regions. So now we will deal about what are the different types of plants. So by depending upon their habitations, the plants are divided into particularly three types. So by depending upon the habitations, the trees are especially divided into three types, and the three types are, so the first one is terrestrial plants. So depending upon the habitations of the plants are divided into three types. So there are three types of plants. And the first one is terrestrial plants. Terrestrial plants. And the second one is aquatic plants. Aquatic plants. And the third type of plants are insectivorous plants. Insectivorous plants. So these are the three types of plants which are divided on the basis of their habitations. So one is a terrestrial plant, and the second type is aquatic plants, and the third one is insectivorous plants. Now we will discuss about the first type of plants, that is terrestrial plants. So terrestrial plants. So what are terrestrial plants? So terrestrial means land. So that means the plants which grow on the land are called terrestrial plants. So which grow on the land. So which grow on the land are called terrestrial plants. So these terrestrial plants includes grasses, shrubs, herbs, etc. So these terrestrial plants are again divided into four types. So the four types of terrestrial plants are, the first one is desert plants. So desert plants. So desert plants. And the second one is plants of plains. Plants of plains. And the third one is plants of hills. So plants of hill areas. And fourth one is plants of marshy areas. So plants of marshy areas. And So these are the four types of terrestrial plants. So first one is desert plants, and second one is plants of plains, and the third one is plants of hill areas, and fourth one is plants of marshy areas. So now let us discuss about what are desert plants. So what are desert plants? So terrestrial means land. On the land we have different types of habitations. That means we have water habitations, and we have deserts and plains and mountains. So different types of habitations present on the terrestrial. So depending upon their habitations, again the terrestrial plants are divided into four types. So the first one is desert plants. So let us discuss about first desert plants.